Hey there, cool cats and kittens. If you're a die-hard fan of those 60s heroes, the guys with the slick hair, the smooth moves, and songs that made your heart do the twist, and now you're twice the age you were back then, well, buddy, you're in the right spot. Because this channel's all about you fabulous folks over 60. We're diving deep into the golden era, spinning yarns about the legends who kept us grooving through the jukebox nights. So grab your favorite easy chair, pour yourself a root beer float, and let's roll the reel on Paul Anka, the teenage dreamboat who penned Diana, broke 1 million hearts, and built a career that's still swinging like a pendulum clock. Stick around, because this tale's got laughs, tears, romance that'll make you blush, and hits that'll have you humming all day. And hey, if you're loving these throwback vibes, smash that like button and subscribe for more. We're keeping the 50s and 60s alive, one story at a time.
Young and you're so old, this my darling, I've been told.
All right, let's rewind the tape to the very beginning, back when the world was a simpler gig. No cell phones buzzing, just AM radios crackling with big band swing and early rock. Paul Albert Anka entered the scene on July 30th, 1935, in the chilly town of Ottawa, Canada. Yeah, you heard that right. Our boy was a Canuck, but don't let that maple leaf fool you. He had the fire of a Yankee Doodle dandy burning in his belly. His folks were Lebanese immigrants, tough as nails, chasing the American dream just north of the border. Dad, Andrew, he slung hash at a greasy spoon diner called the Locarno, where the coffee was hot and the tips were hotter. Mom, Camellia, kept the home fires blazing, raising Paul and his 5 siblings in a tight-knit clan that smelled like fresh baklava and hard work. Picture this. Little Paul, all of 5 years old, scampering around that diner after school, dodging waitresses and stealing fries. But man, the kid had pipes even then, belting out tunes like Frank Sinatra or Tony Bennett, making the customers tip extra just to hear him warble. "Hey kid, sing us something," they'd holler. And Paul would climb up on a stool, grab a spoon for a mic, and let loose. It was pure magic, like watching a firecracker go off in a snowstorm. His family? They were his first fans. Big sister Dolly, brothers Andy and Fred, they all piled into the living room for impromptu jam sessions. But life wasn't all cherry pie. Money was tight, winters brutal, and Paul learned early that talent was your ticket out. By 10, he was crooning at church talent shows, winning hearts and blue ribbons. "That boy's got it," folks whispered, and boy, did he. Fast forward to the teen years, and Paul's itching for the big time. At 15, he hits the road with a band called the Johnny Farrago Orchestra. Yeah, gigging in smoky halls for chump change, sleeping on bus seats, dreaming of Vegas lights. But here's where the fairy tale kicks in. 1956, Paul shells out his own dough, $15, to record a demo in New York. Diana, he calls it, scribbling lyrics on a napkin about this unattainable high school crush who drove him batty. Diana, she was real, folks, a girl from his Ottawa days, all pigtails and mystery. Paul poured his teenage angst into it. "I'm so young and you're so old, this my darling, I've been told." Ooh, that line hits like a gut punch, don't it? Sent that acetate disc to ABC Paramount Records, and bam, they bite. Studio time in 57, and Diana explodes. Sells over 1 million copies in weeks. Tops the charts in the US, UK, everywhere. Paul Anka, the kid from the diner, is now a household name. Girls screaming at his shows, fan mail piling up like snowdrifts. He was 16 for crying out loud. Talk about riding the rocket. But Paul's no flash in the pan. The guy's a songwriting machine. After Diana, he drops Lonely Boy in 59, that stomper with the killer sax riff that had us all feeling that sweet isolation of young love. Remember dancing to it at the malt shop? Then, Put Your Head on My Shoulder in 59, Pure romance, like slipping into a cashmere sweater on a crisp fall night. Whispery, intimate, made every fella want to serenade his gal under the stars. And don't get me started on Puppy Love, 60, inspired by Annette Funicello, his Disney crush. Paul wrote it, but Fabian charted it. Still, it's Anka gold. He penned over 900 songs, folks. That's more hits than a piñata at a kid's party. Now, let's dish the dirt on the love stories, 'cause Paul's romping resume is thicker than a phone book. First off, that Diana gal, she was the spark, but it fizzled quick, unrequited like so many teen flames. Paul joked later, she broke my heart but made my fortune. Ha, classic. Then Hollywood calls. He's hobnobbing with the Rat Pack, dating starlets left and right. But the real keeper, Anne de Zogeb, a Paris-born fashion model he meets in 62. Love at first sight. They tie the knot in a whirlwind ceremony, and it's storybook stuff. 3 daughters, Anthea, born 63, a painter who's all about that boho vibe, Alexandra, 66, a TV producer keeping the family in the spotlight, and Amanda, 68, the actress who stole scenes in flicks like The Number 23. Anne and Paul, they danced through 39 years, ups, downs, but solid as oak. Divorced in 2001, amicable, still pals. She was my muse, Paul says. Heart melter, right? Post Anne, Paul's gearing up for Act 2. In 2008, at 67, Silver Fox mode, he weds Anna Oberg, a Swedish personal trainer half his age. Sparks fly in London, they jet off to Sardinia for the I-do's. A son, Nathan, arrives in 09. Paul's 4th kid, a bundle of joy that had the old crooner dancing jigs. But alas, fairy tales got thorns. They split in 2010, custody battles tougher than a bad hangover. Still, Nathan's thriving now, a teen with his dad's charm. Enter Lisa Pemberton, stage right, 2016. She's a Louisiana belle, met at a charity bash. Paul's 81, she's 40-something. Age, just a number when the chemistry's poppin'. They say yes in a hush-hush ceremony in Paris, keeping it low-key. No kids yet, but they're the power couple. Paul calling her his rock, traveling the world, dodging paparazzi like pros. As of 2025, they're still going strong, holed up in their Beverly Hills pad or jet-setting to Anka's fave spots, Vegas shows, Ottawa visits. Family now, scattered but tight. Daughters in Cali and NYC, Nathan in school, siblings spread across Canada and the US. Paul's the patriarch, hosting barbecues where the baklava flows and stories fly. We're Lebanese at heart, he grins, loud, loving, and loyal.
But hold the Kleenex. Paul's life ain't all Valentine's. It's got its gut-wrenchers too. Tragedies? Early on, the road life bites. Car wrecks, shady promoters, the grind of fame, chewing up dreams. Lost his mom Camellia to cancer in the 80s. Hit him like a freight train. She was my North Star, he penned in his memoir. And the industry? Brutal. By the 70s, rock's evolving. Beatles, Stones stealing the spotlight, and Paul's pivoting from teen crooner to Vegas headliner. Wrote My Way for Sinatra in 69, that anthem of grit and glory. Paul crafted it from a French tune, tailor-made for Old Blue Eyes. Frank belts it, wins an Oscar nom, and Paul's in the shadows, but smiling. I gave him his swan song, he quips. Funny bits? Oh, Paul's a riot. Quick wit, sharper than a switchblade. Remember his variety show in the 70s? The Paul Anka Show? Him joking with guests, dancing goofy, even roasting himself. I'm so short my tailor measures me in inches. Or that time in 57, post-Diana fame, he sneaks into Sinatra's suite for advice. Frank spots the kid. Who the hell are you? Paul, the guy who wrote your next hit. Boom, lifelong bromance. And get this, Paul once crashed a White House party in the 60s, serenading JFK with Diana. Jack laughs. Kid, you're trouble. Pure gold. Who digs Paul today? Baby boomers, that's who. You 60-plus crew, reliving glory days over coffee clatches. But it's broader. Romantics of all stripes, from sock hop nostalgics to lounge lizards sipping martinis. Dads tranking on Put Your Head on My Shoulder for prom send-offs. Grandmas swaying to Diana at reunions. Even millennials sampling his hooks in hip-hop. Yeah, he's timeless, crossing gens like a well-worn vinyl groove. Folks who crave authenticity, no auto-tune fakery, just raw emotion and swing.
As the clock ticks, Paul's 90 in 2025, still gigging like a champ. Lives in Beverly Hills with Lisa, but Ottawa's home base, visiting the old diner site turned landmark. Paul Anka Way, they named a street. How's that for full circle? Last words? He ain't got 'em yet. Guy's too busy writing the next chapter. But in interviews, he drops gems. Life's a song. Sing it loud. Love fierce and never look back. Wise cat. So there you have it, gang. Paul Anka, from Diner Kid to Diamond-Selling Don. Heartbreak Hotel to Hall of Fame. He's the everyman's idol. Tragic turns that toughen you, laughs that lighten the load, loves that linger like perfume. If this stirred your soul, give it a thumbs up, share with your Bridge Club crew, and hustle over to our last video on Glenn Miller, that swingin' maestro who's in the mood had us all in a frenzy. Moonlight Serenade awaits. And hey, if you're digging these timeless voices vibes, smash that like button, subscribe for more golden era gold, and hit the bell. Let's keep the jukebox spinning together. Thanks for hanging with Timeless Voices. Keep crooning, keep dancing. See you next time.